week was just it was my first video, so it was just to get to know me day. But this video, I am actually going to be talking about some things. It's, what I'm going to say is really just my opinion when it comes to these things, and it's the advice that I gave to a friend of mine a few weeks back. Maybe it was a few days back. It was recently. And so I hope that someone gets something from this message, and I hope it helps someone. But basically, it's just about revenge and letting go and just trusting God. Okay, so background story. So the conversation that I had with a friend of mine recently was he was done wrong by this girl, and he just felt like it wasn't fair. He felt like he just wanted revenge, and he wanted her to feel the way that she made him feel. Also, in this conversation, he said, or he questioned God. Like, he was just like, why did God allow this to happen to me? I didn't deserve this. Like, why didn't he prevent this from happening? This, that, and the third. And so, as he's continuing to say all these things, I'm just sitting here like, wow, is this really how I sound? Like, a lot of the things that he was saying, I've said that. Like, I've really had those feelings before. It also made me realize that I've come a long way from that mindset to where I am now, like the mindset that I have now. Like, I've come a really, really, really long way. But as he was saying this, a lot of the things that I went through in the past that made me feel the way that he's feeling now, I also learned a lot from that, which is why I can say that I have come a long way, and the mindset that he has now or had in that moment, I no longer have that mindset. And there's times where, stuff might cross my mind, but I immediately snap out of it just because it's not worth it, like, it's just not worth it. And obviously, if something has happened, if someone has done you wrong, or whatever the case is, and has left your life, like whether it's a friendship or relationship, like whatever it was, obviously it was meant to happen, and there's nothing you can do about that. Like, that's enough said all on its own. So anyway, as he continues to talk and talk, and when he's done, my advice to him was, first, as far as him questioning God and saying, oh, why did God allow this to happen to me? I didn't deserve this. Like, I was so good to her. I did everything for her. I just didn't deserve it, and it's not fair. I told him, you can't blame God. Because he also said, why did he prevent this from happening? But you can't blame God. Like, at the end of the day, God is not going to force himself on you. He is going to allow certain things to happen just because we have free will. We have free will. Therefore, a lot of the situations that we are in, we put ourselves in, and we allow ourselves to go through because we don't listen. Like, we can pray and ask God to change things, pray and ask God to not let this happen. But at the end of the day, how are we going to pray and ask him to do that if we're not going to let him do his job? Like, he prayed, he wanted things to change, he didn't want the outcome to be what it was. But as he prayed for it, he still did a lot of things on his own. Like, he took a lot of other things into his own hands. And when it comes to things like that, like, you just can't do that. If you want God to fix something, if you want him to work things out, if you want him to change things and help you have to let him do that. And that's also something that I realized too. Like, a lot of times I'm praying and asking for help, but I'm not letting him help me. Like, I'm praying and asking, but in the meantime, be impatient in the meantime while he's, working and trying to do things in my life. In the meantime, I'm doing my own little thing. I'm trying to take things into my own matter, seeing, oh, well, maybe I can fix this, maybe I can do this and that and the third. But no, like, if you want God's help, you have to let him help you. God gives us warnings. He gives us warnings and he gives us signs. Therefore, when things happen and things explode in our face, we can't really say, oh, why did God allow this to happen? Why did he prevent this from happening? He gave you signs. Like, he's not just gonna come down and sit in front of you and be like, don't do that. This person isn't for you. This situation isn't going to end well. Like, you need to remove yourself from it. Like, no. We wish that he could do that, but he's not going to do that. He's going to give you signs, and he's going to present to you what we call red flags. So it's really on us. It's not on him. It's on us, because we see the signs. We see what it is that he's trying to tell us, but at the same time, we just ignore it. We ignore it, and we continue to take things into our own hands until it explodes, and that's not his fault. So we can't say, oh, why did you allow this to happen? Why didn't you prevent this? No, we have to ask ourselves, why do we allow this to happen? Why do we allow ourselves to stay in this situation? And why didn't we prevent it from happening? Also, I pulled out some scriptures on y'all because, let me tell y'all, I'm so serious. But in the Bible, James 1:22, it says, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourself. Do what it says. Meaning, don't read the word or pray about it, but then don't listen. Like, you ask and you pray and you read, but you're not listening. You're not taking heed into the things that he's trying to tell you. Therefore, you're deceiving yourself. Well, all you have to do is just listen. Just listen. 2, when he was speaking on revenge, he said that he wanted revenge, or he wished for revenge. I've been there. I no longer wish for revenge on anybody in the past that has ever done me wrong, because what's the point? The way someone treats you, and this is something that I'm still learning. At the end of the day, when someone does you wrong or puts you in a terrible position or situation, that has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with them. That speaks on their character and just how they are in general. So therefore, that's on them. And I am a firm believer in the whole you reap what you sow concept, and what goes around comes around. Therefore, if someone has done you wrong or hurt you or whatever the case is, okay, they gonna get what's coming to them, whether it's good or bad. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, or tell him to sit here and be like, okay, well, I still wish the best for her, or I don't wish the best for her. Like, he doesn't have to say any of that, because most of the time when things end with people, they always say, well, I wish the best for this person still. Like, I still want what's best for them, or, or I hope they get whatever they deserve. No. I told him you don't even have to say all that. What is meant for them is between them and God. Like, yeah, the whole you reap what you sow and what comes around goes around. I believe that's a true saying. So at the end of the day, whatever it is that God feels they deserve, or what he feels should come back around on them, that's up to them and God. Because, that's just it. I saw a quote that said, it's basically the same thing, just worded differently, but it was basically saying every plant has a seed. Therefore, if you plant bad things, if you plant negativity, heartbreak, just bad things in general, then that's what you're going to get. If you plant positivity, kindness, all of that, that's what you're going to get. Meaning, just plant good things. Don't plant bad things. If someone does you wrong and you do absolutely nothing in return, God is going to bless you for that. Now, on their part, ain't no telling what God gonna do to them or what they gonna get, but just know they're not gonna get away with it. It might not seem like it now, but at the end of the day, somehow, some way, whatever it is that they deserve is going to come back around on them, whether it's years from now, whether it's the very next day, like whatever the case is, like it's going to come back around. And then nobody gets rewarded or gets away with doing bad things. Like, no, it don't work like that. You foo-foo if you think that you can do crazy things or wrongdoings and expect a reward. Like, yeah, God is going to forgive you, but at the end of the day, you will still have some kind of consequence to your actions. So that's just how I feel. If you don't do anything, then you will get rewarded for that, for staying true to yourself and not allowing that bad thing to change you. And another scripture is the scripture that goes with what I just said. It's Deuteronomy 32:35. It is mine to revenge. I will repay. In due time their foot will slip. Their day of disaster is near, and their doom rushes upon them. Meaning, don't even worry about it, because I got you. That's what God is saying. I got you. Like, they won't get away with what they did or the wrongdoing. Like I said, you don't get rewarded for doing wrong. He'll forgive you, but you will have a consequence to whatever it is that you did. So that's what I was just trying to tell him. Like, don't worry about it. God got you. Just focus on you. Better yourself. Heal from this. And you good. Okay, the third thing that I told him was just let it go. Easier said than done. Trust me, I know better than anyone. And honestly, there's a lot that I am still trying to 100% let go. But for the most part, like I said, I've made progress and I'm better. Like, my mindset is just better now from when it was, in the past or whatever. But I just told him, let it go. If you let it go and just trust God, like, you will reap your good doings. If you just let it go, don't seek revenge. Don't question God, and everything will be fine. Like, everything will be fine. In the Bible, 1 Peter 3:9, it says, do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. Repay with blessing, because this is what you were called for, so that you may inherit a blessing. Meaning, everything that I literally said before this, like, just be true to you. Let it go. Don't let this change you. Just heal from this. Learn from whatever it is. And God is going to bless you. He's going to bless you for trusting in him. He's going to bless you for not seeking revenge. He's going to bless you for just not changing, for not switching up, for just still keeping all of that positivity. If someone does you wrong, or does you real dirty, still be kind to them. Like, you don't have to be nasty back to them. And I know a lot of people like, well, this person was nasty to me, this person did so and so, so I'm going to do the same to them. No, you don't even have to do all that. Stay true to yourself. Don't let it change your heart. And be you, be kind. Just leave it alone and let it go, and you will be blessed for that. Also, if someone has done you wrong, you lost a relationship, you lost a friendship, a relationship inside of your family, like, if it happened, it was meant to happen. Because nothing happens without a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And God does not allow something to happen or allow you to feel like you have lost something or someone and just leave you empty-handed. Like, obviously, if this person left you, if this person, left you or whatever, like, obviously there's something better. God is about to take you somewhere that they cannot go. They were just there for a season, and they cannot stay on the levels or follow you on the levels that God is about to take you. If someone has left your life, then don't look at it as a loss anyway. Look at it as their loss and keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, God has something greater. He has something 10 times better for you. Like talking to my friends when I was going through things that I was going through, talking to my friends, my family, reading the word, just praying, like they've all said to me the exact same thing. God does not take something or allow something to leave you without replacing it with something better, 10 times better. They've all said the same thing to me, that whatever it is that God has for you will be greater than what has left. Therefore, expect great things. Don't sit around and, oh my God, this person left me, this person did me so wrong, this person, this, that, and the third. We're not doing it no more. No more in 2019 or ever. Whenever someone leaves our lives, whenever we're done wrong, leave that between them and God and expect something better. 10 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times better. Like, just expect better. God already has our lives planned out, so he knows what it is that he has for us, what it is he doesn't have for us. In the Bible, Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope." Meaning, it is all a part of God's plan, and everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be fine. It is not the end of the world. And I just want to say that I'm so proud of myself, because it took me a very, 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 very long time to finally get this mindset that I have now. Some days I might have I know that everything is going to be fine, and I know that everything happens for a reason, and that what's coming to me is going to be way better than what's been. So, and that's also what I told him, like, don't even sweat it, everything is going to be okay. This girl did you wrong, or people do you wrong, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world, and you will be fine. These were just my opinions, and this is just the advice that I gave him. So I really hope that you guys got something from this video, and I really, really hope that I said all of the right things, and whoever needed this got something from it, and it just really helped. So this wraps up this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.